Hi, I'm Bhavesh, and in today's video we are going to talk about Linux. That is right, the Linux kernel and the Linux operating system and the transition from IBM AS400 over to Linux. Now, why Linux? Because Linux is the most popular and widely used server on the internet today. If you're coming from an AS400 background, which is also a server by IBM, the Linux kernel and its operating systems and distributions are almost present in all the web servers, and it is the general purpose server. So understanding Linux, getting a deep knowledge of Linux is an essential part for your career, and you should highly consider learning Linux. Even if you have built a career on AS400, it will help you in your career prospects. So let's begin. We have to understand certain Linux concepts and how they are different from AS400. So we will do that with comparison. So for example, if you're working with a library or a directory using WRKLIB, or if you're working with objects using WRKOBJ, as we know that in AS400 everything is an object, but on Linux almost everything is a file which exists inside the directories. So you can work with the files in Linux. If you want to list down the files in the directories, you can use the ls command. Ls is for list. So as in AS400, we have libraries. Inside libraries, we have source physical files. Inside source physical files, we have members. In the same way, in the Linux operating system, just like the Windows desktop or the laptop environment, in Linux, on Linux servers, we have directories or folders. And inside each folder, we can have multiple folders inside folders. And inside folders, we can also have files. So the Linux configuration is mostly a file-based configuration. If you want to work with the files in Linux, you can use the ls command. I will just fire up my Linux terminal, which is running in a Ubuntu virtual box, which is basically the Windows subsystem for Linux. So this is basically core Linux working inside of Windows, but it is Linux nonetheless. So if we execute the ls command, we do not get anything. It gave me the prompt back asking me for a new command. Why? Because there is nothing in the current directory. So if I go a few directories back and if I do ls, I can see that there is a directory called Bhavesh inside of the current directory. If I go a couple of directories further back and if I do ls again, it will list down all the folders and the files that are there in my current directory. So as you can see, the folders and the files have been are in the response. If I do ls with -al, it will give me a detailed list of all the files and directories that I have with the timestamp, with the permissions, with the authorities, the user who is the owner, and the other information that is there. So that is the ls command. It allows you to check it gives the list of files and folders in the current directory that we are on. Now, how will you identify what is your current directory? So the current directory is, you can get the current directory with this command, that is pwd. So if you do pwd, you will get that my current directory is slash. Slash is the root directory. If I, so for example, inside slash, we have home. So if I want to go inside home, I can do cd / home. So now I'm inside home. Now if I do pwd again, I'll now see that I'm inside home directory. Now what is inside home directory? If I do ls again, there is a folder called Bhavesh inside home directory. Now if I go inside Bhavesh with /Bhavesh, dot represents the current directory. And if I go inside the current directory and if I do ls again, there is nothing. But if I do pwd, it now tells me that I'm inside /home /Bhavesh. So on AS400, how do you know in which directory you are? You are not in any directory on AS400. On AS400, when you are logged in with your session, as we have seen in the previous video, you are inside a library list. So the library list is a reference point which executes the objects in AS400. So that is somewhat related to which directory I'm currently in, which library is at the top. The objects from which library are being referenced to is the answer to which directory I am currently in, the equivalent in Linux. So if I want to change the current library or current directory, we have already seen that the command is cd. Cd stands for change directory in Linux. But in AS400, if you want to change the current library, in the library list we have seen in the previous video, you can check it in the AS400 list of videos. The command for that is CHGCURLIB, that is change current library, or you can do an edit library list with EDT-LIBL. So now we have seen the comparison. If you do like these kind of videos on AS400 on Linux and other technical videos, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Let's move ahead with the next command, that is display file contents. So if I want to see what is inside a file, I can, if it is a physical file, I can execute SQL and you can do select star from file name. But if it is a source physical file where you have source code, which is inside work member PDM, if there is a file with a .txt or a source code program with COBOL, it will be inside work member PDM, QLBL SRC, the source physical file. Inside that there will be a member. You can open the member with option 5, or you can also do DSPPFM command to display the physical file contents. On Linux, if you want to look at what is inside a file, you have commands like cat, less, or more. So cat will just give you the contents of the file. It will print the contents of the file. So if I create a file, this is an advanced command, so we will come back to creating new files. But if I want to create a new file, I can just execute, for example, nano, if an editor is available, test file.txt. The nano editor will start, and if I write some sample free text, this is free text line 1, line 2, sample data line 3, sample data. So this is a sample file that I have created, and if I want to save it, I can do Control X, save. It has created a file called testfile.txt. I can do ls. Now this file is available. If I do a cat operation on it, cat testfile.txt, I have just typed te and pressed tabbed and pressed the tab button. It gave me the entire file name. It printed out the contents of the file directly. So cat prints out the contents of the file. You have other options like less or more. It will give you half of the text, partial text. So less will give the content in a new window. So I will try to end this session with Q. I could end the less prompting. So there are other commands like more and so on. Next, we will go to copying a file. You could copy an object in AS400 with WRKOBJ and 3 option. It would create a duplicate object in AS400, but on Linux, you can use the CP command. To copy a file in or object on AS400, you could also do cpyf if it was a physical file, a stream file, or so on. But in Linux, the cp command allows you to copy a file. Let us try to test it. So I have one file called as test file. If I do ls, it shows that the file name is testfile.txt. If I do cp testfile.txt, the original file name, and the new file name, if I want to give testfile2.txt and press enter, and if I do ls, now I have two files, test file and test file 2. If I do nano to edit the test file 2, I can write at the end that this is the second file and save it with Control X, enter. And now if I do cat to test file 2, it prints out that this is the second file. So this is the content of the second file. But if I do cat test file.txt, there is no line that I just added. So you can do copy with cp command with the first parameter as the original file name and the second parameter as the target file name. So cp is copy. Now on AS400, you might be used to using the F4 option. F4 was prompting. It allowed you to put in the parameters. It helped you to understand which parameter goes where. But on Linux, you cannot do that. On Linux, there is no prompting, but there is a help available. So if I do cat, that is the command name, any command, the help if I want about the command, it is like F1 option on AS400. So with F1, you would get the detailed description of every command on AS400. In Linux, you can do dash dash help. Sorry. So with dash dash help, you get the list of parameters that you can add at the end, and every parameter, what value to be passed to every parameter, and so on. So to move an object or rename an object, I can use the mv command. To delete an object, I can use rm command, and to create a directory, I can use mkdir command. So there are these commands in Linux. We will cover these commands in detail in later videos. But there are equivalent commands in Linux, and if you're coming from AS400, I'll be more than happy to teach you the Linux operating system. Let us move ahead. So ls is WRKOBJ, as we have seen. ls-l or ls.al gives you a detailed listing with permission, authorities, and so on. And no command will have the F4 prompting, but you can use the dash dash help, as we have seen. And yes, on Linux, everything is case sensitive. So capital and small matters. On AS400, unless it is specifically mentioned, small or capital typing does not matter, but on Linux, it does matter. So file names differ. If you write M capital and F capital in the file name, it is different from the file name with all small letters. So you can try this in your own laptop. You can install Windows subsystem for Linux. We can also create a video on how to enable Windows subsystem for Linux, so you can execute Linux from your Windows shell. Or in AS400 server, if you have access to, you can execute the call space qp2 term or call space qsh, which will launch a pass session, which is the portable application environment, which also will give you some Linux-like commands in AS400. But if you want to try, you can enable Windows subsystem for Linux. Do let me know if you would like me to create a video on how to install the Windows subsystem for Linux on Windows, so you can execute the Linux command. So you can install a lightweight Ubuntu desktop or a server distribution on a virtual box. So that is it. That is an introduction to Linux for someone who is coming from an AS400 environment. And yeah, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you do like these kind of videos, kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Bye-bye.